Yes, I saw people who are determined. First, they want to know what is happening in Ghana. Right. They are eager to also contribute their quota in building the nation. They want to know the opportunities which are available. And they are also, what I really liked about them too is the fact that they did not hide their frustrations, especially whenever they want to do business in Ghana. And they made some of these things known to us. And I think as policymakers, some of these things will help us to be able to come out with policies that will address some of the concerns that they raised.
Laws abound in the country, and as you said, the audience didn't hide their feelings. One of the things is that we have beautiful laws, but they don't work. I come to invest, employ people. They come to work one day, another day, excuses upon excuses. How protected are my investment when it comes to issues of labor and issues of pay?
Thank you. That is why we have the National Labor Act. The Labor Act seeks to have a win-win situation for both employers and employees. Because if you are an employer, your interest is to be able to grow your wealth. Because you have invested in your business, you want to get higher returns to be able to build on. But at the same time, you need tools to be able to generate the wealth that you also want to, at the end of the day. And among the tools that you will need are the people that we work with. They are not necessary tools. They are not robots. They are human beings. So their rights and sensitivities ought to also be respected. But you can't also say that, yes, I'm an employer, I should have my way all the time. In the same way, the employee should also not say that, yes, without me, you cannot be able to do what you have set out to do, so I can choose to do what I want. That is why there is an interface, and it is a law which brings an interface. The law has put in place mechanisms to address workplace issues. For instance, the law makes it possible that at least the right of the worker should be respected. The worker should be able to work 8 hours in a day. So if the worker works 8 hours in a day, which is normal, then he or she is due what is due him or her. But what is that is due him or her? That can also not be determined by you. Neither can it be determined by the worker alone. You need to negotiate. And that's why we encourage workplace unions, so that at least management and unions will sit down to negotiate on agreed forms of remuneration, and that will have to be respected by both parties. Of course, I agree that we have a traditional culture which give respect to certain traditional values, like attending to the family, going for funerals and what have you. But of course, all that will have to be worked out within what the law says, because the worker is entitled to a certain number of days annual leave. So if the person is excusing himself or herself for a particular assignment, that can be agreed to be part of the normal leave that the person will enjoy. So it is not like anybody at all can get up and do whatever he or her like. You will have to use the laws of the state to apply to every situation that you find yourself. I do agree with you that sometimes if you want to be very strict in applying the law, they will say that, oh no, this man is a red-handed man, he's so difficult to work with. But without that too, we cannot make it. So it is about time we sit up and make sure that we allow the laws to work.
Well, finally, as I said, my investment, I need to protect it. From government point of view and generally, how stable is the labor front in Ghana?
Yes, it may differ from organization to organization. I just told you that if you come to Ghana, the biggest employer is the public sector, government. The public sector labor front has been turbulent over a period, but I must admit that within the past 6 months, we've had a relatively stable labor front. At the private sector level, it depends on the happenings within a particular organization. But even that, I would say that maybe because of the applications of the law, and because more and more people are unionizing, they are learning the rules of the game, and people hardly resort to the use of strike to resolve problems. It is my prayer that striking becomes a thing of the past. That is not to say that the workers will not fight for their rights when they think that their rights are being abused, because we have also had several genuine cases where the rights of workers have also been have been abused over a period.
Right. Well, the crowd says thank you. Maybe I can do that on the other hand.
I also thank you. Let me use this medium to also thank Ghanaians in the diaspora, at least for mooting this idea of meeting together. I want to recognize that it is not easy. Somebody buying a ticket all the way from United States, from Europe, from China, Japan, coming all the way for this summit. It shows how committed you people are to the cause of our country. But on a more important note, take advantage of opportunities being offered by Ghana now. One district, one factory. Can the factory in my district be yours? Mm-hmm. Just think of it and take advantage of it.
Well, that's the